guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're gonna go take a look at STR ZAMASU. Our boy STR ZAMASU is another sub EZA that is coming into the game. I think STR ZAMASU, he's probably gonna have some tech. I think he potentially could be pretty solid, depending upon the right situation. But I feel like he's a character that's not gonna get a lot of play right now. It's just like, it's a combination of like teams, a weird link set, better characters being on these teams, right? So he's only on what? Realm of Gods, Patara, Future, Time Traveler, Dragon Ball Seeker, and Gifted Warriors. So, you know, for starters, he's not on a lot of teams. His link set, Power Bestowed by God, Cold Judgment, Prodigies, Godly Power, Dismal Future, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. It's just, he's got some wonkiness there. I feel like this character, like, he gets like a lot of different like attack and defensive buffs depending upon the situation and stuff like that. I feel like this guy would have been a lot better. I mean, I know it's the meme, but like if he was like a Rainbow Orb changer, like exactly the way he is right now, but he also created Rainbow Orbs, I'd really like him, I think. But it's just like when we have these types of characters, because they didn't really do a good job, by the way, of making like Rose and ZAMASU link that. What do they have? They have Fear and Faith, Dismal Future, and Fierce Battle is it. Like, that's not that great. Just those three links. Like, Rose and ZAMASU, they should be like, you know, 6 out of 7 or something like that. It really sucks. Alright, now this is going to be a good turn for ZAMASU, though, because besides those three, we'll also get Cold Judgment and Godly Power. So, I mean, he's at 143k defense. He gets 30% on super attack effect. He also gets 60% on super. So he's looking good. I mean, he's going to be like over like 250 or something like that. Well, actually, no. Dude, his defense is going to be crazy high, isn't it? Yeah, he's going to be like past like 250k defense. I mean, you know, STR Rose is a defensive support. He's giving, what, 50%? Supremo Pie of Time is giving a lot of defense. I mean, this is a good turn defensively for ZAMASU. ZAMASU also gets an additional 60% attack if the enemy is attack down, defensive down, stunned, or sealed. And Supremo Pie of Time is going to seal this Trunks right here. So, well, I guess also, I mean, Fear and Faith does auto-activate that, I suppose, as well, right? Fear and Faith will make it so that, because Fear and Faith, for the most part, is a shitty link, unless you're using a character that gets buffed if the enemy, like, is in defensive down, which ZAMASU is, right? So if you just activate Fear and Faith, you'll be able to activate the extra 60%. You have 3.27. I mean, it's okay. Like, you know, 3.27 million attack stat, you know, like 250k defense. He does lower the attacked enemy's attack by 30% when he does a super. The problem is that that's a 1-turn debuff. It's not even a 2-turn debuff there, which really, like, again, there's some stuff here where I feel like ZAMASU could potentially look kind of good, you know, in some situations, but at the same time, I do feel as though he could have been a lot better, right? This is more in line with a lot of the sub EZAs, right? Like, ZAMASU, to me, is much closer to, like, Physical Sin Shenron, or, like, Tech Pycon, or one of those types of characters, more so than, like, EZA Kefla right here, who can be really powerful, right? You know, if she's getting her orbs, and, you know, she's a defensive stacker, and she does all that stuff, right? The other thing, too, about EZA Kefla, by the way, is, I mean, you know, we're running her, she's the Patara leader right now, right? Like, that's not a meme. If you're running the Patara category, you're definitely running Super Saiyan 2 Physical Kefla. She's way better than LR Tech Vegito Blue or the INT 3 anniversary Goku and Vegeta, right? So Kefla right now is definitely the Patara leader. Alright, so we're only going to have links activated here with Supremo Pie, Cold Judgment, and Godly Power. 115k defense. I mean, he's still looking good defensively. That's the power of Cold Judgment, right? Because, again, he's getting, what, 60%? Well, I mean, 60%, he's going to be at, what, like 200k defense right here? That's with Cold Judgment? What is he looking like without Cold Judgment? Oh, that's not... Yeah, dude, I don't know. I feel like they could have toned him up a little bit, just because it's like, this is the type of character, Zamasu is the type of character that really should have gotten a bigger buff. Let me have Zamasu attack first as well, so we could see what the attack set looks like, without the extra buff from the enemy being debuffed. So Trunks is not debuffed at all, right? He's not attack down, defense down, stun, sealed. So let's see what damage Zamasu gets right here. 2, yeah, 2. I don't know. He, like, you know, he's okay. So then we saw how it exploded up. That one major reason is because he debuffed Trunks himself. He got nearly 1,000,000 damage. So there's 2 reasons. One is because he debuffed Trunks, so he got the extra 60% attack. But Zamasu does, you know, 30% attack and defense for 1 turn on his super attack. So additionals will be really good for Zamasu. Yeah, he's not super crazy, right? Like, he's not anything special for sure. All right, let's go ahead and toss a sticker on our boy Zamasu. Let's see how good his sticker looks right here. I always make sure to give stickers to all of the, you know, sub EZAs, new Dokkan Fest EZAs and stuff that come out. I mean, trash. Yeah, it doesn't look that good. All right, so we're here in a fight against our boy Janemba here. This is another unit who potentially could help out STR Zamasu, is this Demon God Demigra. Only thing is that I do feel like this guy is definitely hurt a little bit by some of the restrictions he's got. His defense is so low. What? 9,200. He gets 120% defense start a turn. Then he is giving Extreme Class Allies 3 key and 30% defense, and he's still only at 97k defense. Like, he sucks. Like, this guy should stack defense or something as well. What do we have with Zamasu? So he has 2 links, Realm of Gods and Fear and Faith, but that's activating one of the buffs for Zamasu there. Yeah, let's put Zamasu in the middle, and let's go ahead and see how much damage Zamasu is going to be able to do right here. There is another dude. He's at 87 or 86k defense. He's getting 60%, you know, on super attack, and then he's getting 30% on super. I don't know. I feel as though this Zamasu is just going to be forgotten. It's like, in very specific setups, I think Zamasu could potentially be like okay, but in order for him to have been good, 2.59 right there. In order for him to have been good, I do think that Zamasu needed, whatchamacallit, like some sort of support or orb changing or something like that. It doesn't actually even really make sense why he doesn't, right? It's just very bizarre. They didn't give this Zamasu, a chance to be good, basically. All right, so let's see. We should be able to take some damage. If Janemba will Super God Topo right here, we should be able to take some damage. Remember that? Yeah, perfect. Remember that Zamasu has got this passive, right? Where whenever HP is 90% or below, he gets an additional 60% attack and defense, and he'll regen 10% HP. So we're going to get that when we go into this next turn. Zamasu is going to have that passive active, right? But I don't know, even with that passive, like, I'm just thinking that these numbers are gonna look pretty bad, dude. Like, I don't, it's a rest in pepperonis for our boy Zamasu. He's not really blowing me away, unfortunately. You know, it is what it is. All right, so here we will be able to get 4 links. Damn it, but I gotta get Zamasu in slot 1, so we're gonna lose out on Godly Power right there. Oh, that sucks. So we're gonna, Rosé's giving attack support, and then Demigra's giving defensive support. Janemba really had to dodge that last hit by Goku there. All right, we'll do this right here. Let's see what Janemba does. So this is Janemba, or not Janemba, this is Zamasu with his full passive. So 60% attack and defense start a turn. It's gonna get 60% attack and defense on super. 60% attack and defense because our HP is below 90%, and then another 60% attack because the enemy is debuffed. We have all of that active right here. So let's go ahead and see what Zamasu is going to do. I really feel like this 60% attack and defense and 10% HP regen, that should have just been a start of turn ability. That should not have been locked at all. Like, it's not, 90% HP is not a big deal. 3.6 right there. It's not like a huge deal, but it's still like just another limitation for a unit that's not even that good anyway, right? Like, it just doesn't need to be there at all, I would say. Alright, let's do one more build. Maybe we'll load up a little bit more on, like, Goku Black units, but we can finish up. I mean, we're seeing Zamasu, like, in specific situations with, like, Cold Judgment activated and stuff like that, he could be solid, but I just feel like this is probably a dead unit that's not really going to get run very often, if ever at all. Alright, so we're here on Realm of Gods again. This time I went with Beerus as our leader here. So this is a good rotation for Zamasu. I mean, it's pretty tight. This is probably something you could run in, like, you know, Future Extreme Super Battle Road or something like that, right? We'll have a lot of Zamasu's links active. Cold Judgment, Godly Power, Dismal Future, Fear and Faith, Fierce Battle, all active, right? 137k defense. He definitely looks good with Zamasu and Goasu because here he's well over 200k defense. Again, just let me know what you guys are thinking about this Zamasu. I'm not really overly impressed with him, right? It's just, there's a lot of units in the game now where it's very simple to get, like, a lot of their powerful abilities and stuff like that. And it's like, with this Zamasu, there's just, like, so many different hoops to jump through. 3.23 right there before he starts to get, like, really powerful. Or, like, you know, again, I hesitate to really say, like, really powerful, too, because it's like, yeah, I mean, he can put up, you know, some basic numbers for sure, but nothing that's really, like, you know, out of the ordinary or we haven't seen and stuff like that. You know, if Goku Black, Zamasu, and Merge Zamasu as sort of like a trio, like, if they get a lot of buffs, a lot of new units and stuff like that, sure, but, you know, we do have to see them sort of get, like more new units than, you know, what is already going on, right? Alright, so I think we'll do this rotation. We'll probably do one more, and then we'll probably finish up, right? Again, there's not really too much I could sort of say or show or do, I think, with this Zamasu right here. So here we are at 129k. Remember that Merge Zamasu is able to buff him up a little bit. I'm not really a big fan of Merge Zamasu. Actually, he's kind of, he's a bit mid. Let me actually put STR Zamasu in slot 1 right here. Let's see if we could just, like, get a little bit of damage, and go into this next rotation, with, STR Zamasu with that, like, full passive active, right? 3.77 right there. Okay, I mean, you know, we could see him, you know, man, I feel like I'm coping. I'm trying, like, yeah, you know, he's there. He's definitely better than he was, right? Like, that's what we can say. He is definitely better than he was. All right, we'll make this the last rotation right here. We'll sort of see what our boy Zamasu is capable of putting up for us, and then we'll finish up, right? So, let me know what you guys are thinking of STR Zamasu. Again, I think that there's, you know, sort of some specific situations where he could be solid. But for the most part, I'm not really thinking that this STR Zamasu is like some great, exceptional unit or anything like that. Whereas, I think what hurts is that he does come out with that Tech Trunks, who I think is rather good. And then this Zamasu is just, you know, kind of like a middling unit, right? So, let me know what you guys are thinking about him. Alright, so this is God of Defiance, Zamasu. His leader skill is all types key 3 and 60% stats. His super attack is the Fierce God Slicer, which raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage, and then greatly lowers enemy defense. So a 30% attack and defensive buff for 1 turn is definitely solid, right? He lowers defense, which can help activating his own passive. His passive, Warped Aesthetics, gives him 60% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets 60% attack and defense on super attack. He also lowers the attacked enemy's attack by 30%. When he supers, that's a 1-turn debuff. The problem, I think that would have been a lot stronger if it was for 2 turns, though. That would have really helped Zamasu out, I think, quite a bit. because that would have made him a much more beneficial unit for Super Battle Road. Honestly, I think that like is a huge like L for him, right? Because it's basically you're gonna run this guy as like a floater, right? So all you're going to do is protect himself from taking damage with that. Like, if it was a 2-turn buff and you could really help the team out, sure. But it's only a 1-turn debuff. Then he gets an extra 60% attack and defense, and he recovers 10% HP if your HP is 90% or below. Again, I feel like that should have just been a start-a-turn buff as well. Because, I mean, in, like, Super Battle Road, you could easily just get one-shotted from full health, right? It's not hard. Then he gets an additional 60% attack if the target enemy is attack debuffed, defensive debuffed, stunned, or sealed, right? And then his link set is Power Bestowed by God, Cold Judgment, Prodigies, Godly Power, Dismal Future, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. His link set is not really the craziest. It's just there's a bunch of like wonkiness in there. Again, it's like they want you to use him with like Goku Black units, but he doesn't even really link that well with Goku Black. I mean, if any of these Goku Black units had Cold Judgment, sure. I think the only one that does is the World Tournament Reward SSR support unit, who it's like, for the showcase we could run him, but like, we're not actually going to run that, like, that Goku Black, right? I guess the LR does also have it. And Int Goku Black's got it before he transforms, but he sucks. The LR, like, Zamasu Goku's got it, but he's not really that great. So it's just like a lot of the good Rose Goku Blacks don't have Cold Judgment, which does suck. And it's like, I feel like for this Zamasu to look good, he does want Cold Judgment active as well. 12 key multipliers, 135%. I mean, you know, he's from a long time ago, so no surprises. 12 key multiplier is a bit lower there. In terms of EZAs, there's a couple EZAs he would actually help out on. There's the Father-Son Gallic Gun, the Tech Blue Vegeta, and the Physical Rage Trunks, as well as Physical Vegito Blue. Both of those EZAs Zamasu would help out in. And then finally, our boy has a couple of category teams, so he's on Realm of Gods. Cool for Realm of Gods to be getting, you know, villain buffs. The team definitely does need it. Patara needs as much help as it can get, honestly, because new characters happen so, like, infrequently. Like, this guy came out at 2018. This is 2018 right here, this guy, so, like, Patara doesn't get that many new units. Future's been getting some buffs recently with a lot of EZAs. He's also over here on this is the Dragon Ball Seeker team right here, which has gotten a lot of buffs lately. He's also down here on the Time Traveler team, which badly needs a new leader for sure. And then finally, he is on the Gifted Warrior team. So let me know what you guys are thinking about this STR Zamasu. Not really too crazy about him. He doesn't really feel that impressive to me, but, you know, I don't know. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.